stand still. This is what we're gonna do. We're gonna do toe taps, okay? Toe taps, right? Toe taps, right? We dribble again. Just dribble, dribble, dribble. Inside, outside. Toe taps. Dribble. Next one is gonna be. I think coaching is similar to teaching, because you must remember you're working with kids' emotions. Number one. Number two is you're working with the influence that you can make in kids. Whatever you say, they'll eat out of your hands because they look up to you, and the focus point there is the ball. It's amazing how that ball draws them together. Number one, and number two is that you can influence them, and you can do two influences. You can influence negative, you can influence positive. So my encouragement to coaches is to try and influence positive, because you can use that significantly to your advantage, because they want to be there because there's a ball. And that's what makes it so amazing. Wherever you throw a ball, you'll get kids that will surround you. But I think for me, the coaches today, they were very eager to learn, and that was amazing, to see how some of them, they were really tired, but they were prepared to still go through. The one coach's response to me was that he's been to many coaching courses, but this is the first time he's been to something that is so different and interesting, because I think it was more relationship, coaching, than just coaching technique and tactical stuff and results. It was about relationships and how you can impact the boy's life, not just for football, but for future things that he's going to do in life. So if he don't make it to the football arena to play top football, then he can at least become maybe a great leader, or whatever you're going to teach him, he can apply in his daily life one day when he's working. So that is the things, and I think that is what coaches should be coaching, and you can do that. It's not impossible. I've experienced that. You don't just have to coach results or be result driven. That will come out of its own if you develop good relations. If you get the best out of your players off the field, automatically it will replicate itself on the field. The key role of the coach would be to be a good listener, you know, is to be patient, is to be kind, is to build good relationships. I think that's a key role, is to manage whatever tools you have. I say tools, but it's players, to manage them well, and tell them and be open and honest with them, not to create false expectations. So for me, that is the key aspects of a coach, he must be able to do those type of things. He must also have a loving heart, number one, which is very key. He must be patient. I think I mentioned that already. If you don't have that, you're going to lose your head, because you don't have that. So it's not just about coming to coach. It's about sometimes you need to get your emotions involved and realize that you're working with human beings, and human beings as kids. That I think it's to be clear what you want as a coach, and I always use the analogy about how do I want to be treated as a player back in the days, and my coach at that stage didn't do a holistic thing in my life. It was all about, he just wanted the best out of me skillfully and technically, but he never built a relationship with me. He never asked me how I am. So it's about you putting your philosophies in place and say, listen, I'm going to be a coach to impact these kids, not just in the football fraternity, but holistically as an individual, as a human being. So if he don't make it to the football side of things, then he can at least make it in a coaching, or he can make it in some other department, but still in the football fraternity. And that's where I stand today. I wasn't a great footballer, and I wanted to be a pro footballer, but I decided, no, that's not going to be for me, because there's players better than me, and that's realistic. So I went into the coaching, and this was my philosophy, not right at the beginning, but I discovered if I build relationships with people, then I'm going to get a better player. Session designs is very important, okay, because you work with hours and time, so there needs to be many repetitions. So you can't just jump from one thing to the other. Let it be worked out properly, where maybe you do one day on a Monday, you'll do maybe many variations of dribbling, and then on a Tuesday you'll do passing and movement, and then Wednesday will be game related, which is very important. Preparing yourself for the match. That's if you train 3 days. If you train more than that, you can add whatever. You can add set pieces to it, but it depends on the hours that you have to work. That is how your session. Let your session be very detailed, what you want out of it. Let it be game related, very important, and let it be fun. Let the kids have fun. You can do things and you can still have fun. Educating the child within a fun situation. That's the importance.